Have you ever wondered what you could achieve if you possessed unparalleled wisdom and creativity? Imagine being granted the gift of profound understanding, capable of composing over 1,000 songs and crafting timeless proverbs that influence generations. What if the key to unlocking such potential lies not in seeking wealth or power, but in pursuing wisdom above all else? Could embracing this path transform not only your life but also leave a lasting impact on the world? Consider the story of a king whose choice to value wisdom opened doors to unimaginable accomplishments. A leader who, despite immense power, sought guidance to serve others better. What secrets did he uncover, and how did his pursuit of knowledge fuel an outpouring of creativity that still resonates today? As you delve into his journey, ask yourself, what might happen if you, too, chose wisdom as your guiding star? Solomon, the son of King David and Bathsheba, ascended to the throne of Israel as its third king. His reign began with a promise of greatness, rooted in his father's legacy and God's favor. Solomon was young and inexperienced, yet he carried the weight of a nation on his shoulders. The people looked to him with hope, anticipating a future of peace and prosperity under his leadership. Solomon's story is one of unparalleled wisdom and extraordinary accomplishments. From the outset, Solomon demonstrated a unique disposition toward justice and governance. He understood the complexities of leading a diverse and growing nation. His decisions reflected a deep desire to honor God and serve his people faithfully. Under his rule, Israel experienced a golden age, marked by stability and economic growth. Trade flourished, alliances were formed, and the nation expanded its influence. Solomon's diplomatic skills and strategic thinking positioned Israel as a significant power in the region. One of Solomon's most notable achievements was the construction of the first temple in Jerusalem. This magnificent structure became the spiritual center for the Israelites, symbolizing God's presence among his people. The temple was an architectural marvel, adorned with gold and precious stones, reflecting the grandeur of God's glory. Solomon spared no expense in its creation, employing skilled craftsmen and sourcing the finest materials. The temple stood as a testament to his commitment to honoring God. Beyond his political and architectural accomplishments, Solomon was renowned for his intellectual pursuits. He engaged in extensive study, exploring subjects like botany, zoology, and philosophy. His curiosity knew no bounds, and he sought to understand the world in all its facets. Solomon's court became a hub for scholars and thinkers, fostering an environment where knowledge was highly valued. His dedication to learning contributed significantly to his reputation as a wise and discerning king. Solomon's wisdom was legendary, attracting visitors from distant lands. Dignitaries and monarchs came to hear his insights and witness his judicious rulings. The Queen of Sheba's visit is a prime example. She traveled a great distance to test Solomon with hard questions. Impressed by his answers and the splendor of his kingdom, she praised God for placing such a wise king on the throne. Solomon's ability to provide profound solutions solidified his status as the wisest king. His personal life, however, was complex. Solomon married many wives, forming alliances with surrounding nations. While these marriages strengthened political ties, they also introduced foreign influences that would later challenge his devotion to God. Despite his wisdom, Solomon was not immune to making choices that conflicted with God's commandments. His life serves as a reminder that even the wisest individuals must guard their hearts and remain steadfast in their commitments. Solomon's reign lasted 40 years, leaving an indelible mark on Israel's history. He transformed the nation into a beacon of wealth and knowledge. Under his leadership, Israel reached heights it had never seen before and would struggle to maintain after his death. Solomon's legacy is a blend of remarkable achievements and cautionary lessons. His story continues to captivate and teach, offering insights into the potentials and pitfalls of power and wisdom. His contributions to literature and wisdom extended far beyond his time. Solomon's writings became foundational texts that have been studied and revered for centuries. His desire to seek understanding and share his insights reflects a king who valued not only his own growth but the enlightenment of others. Solomon's life invites us to explore the depths of wisdom and consider the lasting impact one person's pursuit of knowledge can have on the world. Early in his reign, Solomon had a profound encounter with God. In a dream at Gibeon, God appeared to him, saying, "Ask for whatever you want me to give you." Faced with this incredible opportunity, Solomon could have requested wealth, long life, or victory over his enemies. Instead, he humbly acknowledged his youth and inexperience, asking God for wisdom and discernment to govern the people justly. This selfless request pleased God immensely. God responded to Solomon's request with great favor. He said, "Since you have asked for wisdom and not for long life or wealth for yourself, nor have asked for the death of your enemies but for discernment in administering justice, I will do what you have asked." God granted Solomon unparalleled wisdom, making him the wisest man of his time. Additionally, God blessed him with riches and honor, promising that no other king would compare to him. This divine gift of wisdom became the cornerstone of Solomon's reign. It empowered him to make fair judgments and lead the nation with integrity. His wisdom was evident in his famous ruling between two women claiming to be the mother of a child. Solomon's insightful solution revealed the true mother and showcased his ability to discern truth in complex situations. His reputation for wise judgments spread throughout the land, earning the respect and admiration of his people. Solomon's request reflects a heart aligned with God's purposes. He prioritized the well-being of his subjects over personal gain. This choice demonstrates humility and a servant leadership mindset. Solomon understood that true leadership required more than authority. It demanded wisdom to navigate the challenges of governance. His example teaches the importance of seeking guidance and prioritizing the needs of others in positions of influence. The granting of wisdom also came with expectations. God instructed Solomon to walk in obedience, keeping his decrees and commands. The gift was not merely for personal benefit but was intended to uphold justice and righteousness in the nation. Solomon's responsibility was great, and his success depended on his faithfulness to God's laws. This covenant relationship highlights the connection between divine blessing and human accountability. Solomon's wisdom extended beyond judicial matters. It encompassed understanding of the natural world, human behavior, and spiritual truths. He became a philosopher king, exploring the depths of knowledge in various fields. His insights were sought after by scholars and leaders, contributing to an era of enlightenment in Israel. Solomon's pursuit of wisdom reflects a lifelong commitment to learning and growth. The impact of Solomon's wisdom was felt not only in his time but also for generations to come. His writings and teachings became a source of guidance and inspiration. By seeking wisdom above all else, Solomon set a precedent for valuing knowledge and understanding. His choice reminds us that the pursuit of wisdom is a noble endeavor that can lead to profound personal and communal benefits. Solomon's request and God's generous response illustrate a powerful principle. When we seek virtues that benefit others, we often receive blessings beyond our expectations. Solomon's experience encourages us to prioritize qualities like wisdom, compassion, and integrity. It challenges us to consider what we would ask for if given the opportunity and how our choices reflect our deepest values. Solomon's wisdom manifested not only in governance but also in a remarkable outpouring of creativity. He composed 1,005 songs, a testament to his artistic talents and deep understanding of human emotions. These songs likely covered a range of themes, from love and joy to sorrow and contemplation. Music became a medium through which Solomon expressed the complexities of life and the insights gained from his wisdom. The most renowned of his compositions is the Song of Solomon, also known as the Song of Songs. This poetic work celebrates the beauty of love between a bride and groom. Rich in imagery and metaphors, it explores themes of passion, commitment, and the longing of the human heart. The song has been interpreted both as a literal love story and as an allegory for the relationship between God and his people. Solomon's ability to articulate profound emotions through music highlights the connection between wisdom and creativity. His songs were not mere entertainment. They were expressions of the soul, reflecting the depth of his experiences and observations. Through his compositions, Solomon engaged with the human condition, offering insights that resonated with listeners. His music likely played a role in unifying the nation culturally and spiritually. The sheer number of songs indicates a prolific and disciplined approach to his craft. Solomon invested time and effort into honing his artistic abilities. His dedication serves as an example of how cultivating one's talents can lead to significant contributions to society. Solomon's music enriched the cultural landscape of Israel, leaving a legacy that would influence future generations of artists and musicians. His compositions may have also served educational purposes. Songs can be powerful tools for teaching and memorization. By embedding wisdom and moral lessons within his music, Solomon could have disseminated important values throughout the populace. This approach aligns with his overall mission to guide and instruct his people in the ways of righteousness and understanding. Unfortunately, Most of Solomon's songs have not survived through history. However, the mention of them in scriptures underscores their importance. The preservation of the Song of Solomon allows us to glimpse his poetic genius and the themes that captivated him. This surviving work continues to be studied and cherished for its literary beauty and spiritual significance. Solomon's integration of wisdom and art demonstrates the multifaceted nature of human expression. He did not confine himself to one domain but explored various avenues to communicate truth and beauty. His example encourages us to embrace our creative impulses and recognize the value of art in expressing wisdom. Solomon's songs remind us that creativity is a gift that can touch hearts and minds in profound ways. The legacy of his music, though largely lost, invites us to consider the impact our creative endeavors can have. Whether through music, writing, or other forms of art, we have the opportunity to convey insights, evoke emotions, and inspire others. Solomon's commitment to his craft challenges us to pursue excellence in our own creative pursuits. In addition to his musical compositions, Solomon authored 3,000 proverbs. These concise sayings encapsulate practical wisdom applicable to various aspects of life. The book of Proverbs in the Bible preserves many of these teachings, offering guidance on morality, relationships, work ethic, and personal conduct. Solomon's proverbs are renowned for their clarity, depth, and enduring relevance. The Proverbs cover a wide range of topics, addressing the complexities of human behavior and societal interactions. They emphasize virtues like honesty, diligence, humility, and self-control. For example, Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 advises, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." Such statements provide timeless counsel that resonates across cultures and eras. Solomon's ability to distill profound truths into memorable phrases demonstrates his exceptional understanding of human nature. His proverbs often use vivid imagery and analogies, making them accessible and relatable. This style enhances their impact, allowing readers to internalize the lessons more effectively. Solomon's teachings continue to be a source of wisdom for personal growth and ethical living. The Proverbs were likely shared widely during his reign, serving as educational tools for the people. By promoting these sayings, Solomon fostered a culture that valued wisdom and moral integrity. The dissemination of his proverbs contributed to social cohesion and the development of a shared ethical framework. They helped individuals navigate daily challenges with discernment and virtue. Solomon's emphasis on wisdom as a guiding principle is evident throughout his writings. He personifies wisdom as a noble lady calling out to those willing to learn. Proverbs 8 verse 11 states, "For wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire can compare with her." This portrayal elevates the pursuit of wisdom above material wealth, highlighting its supreme importance. The preservation of Solomon's proverbs in Scripture has allowed them to influence countless lives over millennia. They have been studied by scholars, taught to children, and applied by individuals seeking guidance. The Proverbs' universal themes make them relevant to people of diverse backgrounds and beliefs. Solomon's insights transcend time, addressing the fundamental aspects of human existence. His commitment to sharing wisdom reflects a desire to impact society positively. Solomon understood that knowledge alone was insufficient. It needed to be communicated effectively. By crafting proverbs, he ensured that his teachings could be easily remembered and passed down through generations. This strategic approach maximized the reach and longevity of his wisdom. Solomon's proverbs challenge us to reflect on our own lives and choices. They offer practical advice that can enhance our relationships, careers, and personal well-being. Engaging with these teachings encourages self-examination and the cultivation of virtuous character. Solomon's legacy through his proverbs continues to guide those who seek to live wisely. Solomon's life exemplifies the profound connection between wisdom and creativity. His deep understanding of the world and human nature enriched his artistic expressions. Wisdom provided the foundation upon which his songs and proverbs were built. This synergy between knowledge and art allowed Solomon to create works that were not only beautiful but also meaningful and transformative. His creativity was an extension of his wisdom, offering new avenues to communicate insights. Through music and poetry, Solomon could touch emotions and convey truths that transcended intellectual understanding. Art became a vessel for wisdom, reaching people at a deeper level. This holistic approach to expression highlights the multifaceted ways in which wisdom can manifest. Solomon's example demonstrates that creativity is enhanced by a rich reservoir of knowledge and experience. His explorations of nature, philosophy, and spirituality informed his artistic endeavors. By engaging with the world thoughtfully, he gathered inspiration and material for his works. Solomon's curiosity and desire to learn fueled his creativity, resulting in a diverse and impactful body of work. The integration of wisdom and creativity also had societal benefits. Solomon's artistic contributions enriched the cultural life of Israel. His works promoted values, fostered unity, and stimulated intellectual and emotional engagement. By sharing his gifts, Solomon elevated the collective experience of his people. His leadership extended beyond governance to shaping the cultural and moral fabric of the nation. Solomon's approach encourages us to consider how we can merge knowledge with creativity in our own lives. Whether through writing, art, music, or other forms of expression, we have opportunities to share insights and inspire others. Cultivating wisdom can enhance our creative endeavors, giving them depth and resonance. Likewise, engaging in creative activities can deepen our understanding and appreciation of the world. His life also highlights the importance of nurturing both intellectual and artistic pursuits. Solomon did not limit himself to one area but embraced a holistic development of his abilities. This balanced approach contributed to his effectiveness as a leader and communicator. It suggests that personal growth is enriched by diversifying our interests and skills. Moreover, Solomon's fusion of wisdom and creativity serves as a model for education and mentorship. By embodying both qualities, he demonstrated how to teach and inspire others effectively. His methods underscore the value of integrating knowledge with engaging delivery. This approach can enhance learning experiences and encourage others to pursue wisdom passionately. Ultimately, Solomon's legacy in this regard invites us to explore the intersections of our own talents and understanding. It challenges us to use our wisdom creatively and our creativity wisely. By doing so, we can produce works that not only express ourselves but also contribute meaningfully to others. Solomon's life affirms that when wisdom fuels creativity, the results can have lasting and profound impacts. With the extraordinary gifts bestowed upon him, Solomon bore significant responsibilities. His wisdom, wealth, and influence were meant to be utilized for the betterment of his people and the fulfillment of God's purposes. Solomon's reign serves as a case study in how great gifts can be leveraged for good or, if mismanaged, can lead to challenges. Initially, Solomon used his gifts to establish justice, promote prosperity, and build the temple, a sacred place for worship. His wise judgments and administrative skills enhanced the nation's stability and reputation. Solomon's contributions fostered an environment where the arts, sciences, and commerce could thrive. He demonstrated that when gifts are aligned with righteous intentions, they can yield abundant blessings. However, Solomon's story also reveals the pitfalls that can accompany great gifts. As his reign progressed, he began to make choices that conflicted with God's commands. His numerous marriages to foreign women led him to adopt practices and worship other gods, contrary to the covenant established with Israel. These actions introduced idolatry and compromised the spiritual integrity of the nation. Solomon's experience underscores the importance of humility and adherence to divine guidance when managing significant gifts. His wisdom did not exempt him from making mistakes. In fact, his successes may have contributed to a sense of self-reliance. The challenges he faced illustrate how gifts can become burdens if not stewarded responsibly. They highlight the need for accountability and continuous alignment with core values. The responsibility of great gifts extends to recognizing their impact on others. Solomon's decisions affected not only himself but also his people and future generations. His lapses led to consequences that reverberated long after his death, including the eventual division of the kingdom. This aspect of his legacy serves as a warning about the far-reaching effects of leadership and personal choices. Despite his shortcomings, Solomon's life offers valuable lessons on redemption and reflection. The Book of Ecclesiastes, attributed to him, reflects a contemplative assessment of his experiences. In it, he expresses the futility of pursuing worldly pleasures and achievements without a meaningful relationship with God. This introspective work suggests that Solomon recognized the emptiness of misused gifts and the importance of returning to foundational truths. His journey invites us to examine how we handle our own talents and resources. It challenges us to use our gifts ethically, for the benefit of others, and in alignment with higher principles. Solomon's story encourages us to remain vigilant against complacency and to seek guidance in stewarding our abilities wisely. In acknowledging the weight of our gifts, we can strive to make positive contributions while avoiding potential pitfalls. Solomon's life serves as both an inspiration and a caution, reminding us that great gifts come with great responsibility. By learning from his experiences, we can endeavor to honor our gifts and fulfill our roles with integrity. Solomon's songs and proverbs have transcended time, continuing to influence literature, philosophy, religion, and everyday life. Their preservation in sacred texts and their dissemination across cultures attest to their universal appeal and profound insights. Solomon's writings address fundamental aspects of the human experience, making them relevant to successive generations. The Book of Proverbs remains a cornerstone of wisdom literature. Its practical advice and moral teachings have guided individuals in personal development, relationships, and ethical decision-making. Educators, leaders, and mentors have drawn upon its contents to instruct and inspire. The Proverbs' succinct and memorable nature ensures their accessibility and applicability across various contexts. The Song of Solomon has been celebrated for its poetic beauty and exploration of love's complexities. It has influenced artistic expressions in music, art, and literature. The song's themes resonate with readers, offering a nuanced portrayal of romantic relationships and the depths of emotional connection. Its inclusion in religious canon highlights its spiritual significance and the sacredness of love. Solomon's writings have also impacted theological thought and spiritual practice. His reflections on wisdom, as seen in Proverbs and Ecclesiastes, contribute to understanding the nature of God, the pursuit of meaning, and the human condition. Scholars and theologians have studied his works to gain insights into divine principles and the moral framework of life. The enduring legacy of Solomon's writings is evident in their continued relevance in modern times. They are referenced in sermons, teachings, and motivational contexts. Quotes from his Proverbs appear in everyday conversations, highlighting their integration into cultural consciousness. Solomon's ability to articulate timeless truths ensures that his voice remains influential. His writings also serve as a bridge between different faith traditions and philosophical schools. The universal themes he addresses, such as the quest for wisdom, the challenges of life, and the importance of integrity, transcend religious boundaries. This universality allows his works to be appreciated and applied by a diverse audience. The preservation and study of Solomon's writings reflect a collective recognition of their value. Libraries, educational institutions, and religious organizations have safeguarded these texts, ensuring their availability for future generations. The sustained interest in his works demonstrates their capacity to speak to the human spirit across ages. Solomon's literary contributions remind us of the power of the written word to influence thought and behavior. They encourage us to consider how our own expressions can leave a lasting impact. His legacy invites us to engage with wisdom literature, reflect on its teachings, and apply its principles to our lives. Solomon's life and achievements offer a compelling invitation to prioritize wisdom and develop our talents. His example encourages us to seek understanding earnestly, recognizing its profound benefits. By valuing wisdom above material pursuits, we can navigate life's complexities with discernment and purpose. Cultivating our gifts, as Solomon did, allows us to contribute meaningfully to the world around us. Whether through artistic expression, intellectual endeavors, or acts of service, our talents can enrich others and leave a positive legacy. Embracing our abilities with dedication and humility mirrors Solomon's commitment to excellence. We are also reminded of the importance of aligning our pursuits with ethical principles and higher values. Solomon's experiences teach us that success and talent without integrity can lead to detrimental outcomes. By grounding our actions in moral convictions, we ensure that our contributions build up rather than harm. The responsibility that accompanies our gifts calls for self-reflection and accountability. We are encouraged to consider how our choices affect others and the long-term implications of our actions. Seeking guidance, learning from mentors, and being open to correction can help us steward our gifts wisely. Engaging with wisdom literature, such as Solomon's Proverbs, can provide valuable insights for personal growth. These teachings offer practical advice and timeless principles that can enhance our decision-making and character development. Regular study and application of such wisdom can transform our lives and relationships. Solomon's legacy also inspires us to embrace creativity as a means of expression and connection. Exploring artistic pursuits can enrich our experiences and allow us to communicate ideas and emotions effectively. By integrating knowledge and creativity, we can touch hearts and minds in meaningful ways. Ultimately, Solomon's story challenges us to consider our own legacies. What impact will we have on others? How will we use our gifts to make a difference? By seeking wisdom, cultivating our talents, and living with integrity, we can contribute to the well-being of others and leave a lasting positive mark on the world. Let us take Solomon's example as motivation to pursue wisdom diligently and to use our gifts responsibly. In doing so, we honor the potential within us and embrace the opportunity to enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. Solomon's legacy challenges us to reflect on our own lives. Are you harnessing your gifts to their fullest potential? Have you prioritized wisdom, seeking understanding to navigate life's complexities? Imagine the possibilities that await when you align your pursuits with integrity and purpose. What impact could you have on those around you? Now is the time to embrace the journey of growth, cultivating the talents entrusted to you. Your story is still being written. Will it be a tale of untapped potential or one of inspiring contributions? The choice to seek wisdom and use your gifts responsibly lies in your hands. Take a step today towards making a lasting difference. Let Solomon's example inspire you to pursue excellence, live with intention, and leave a legacy that echoes through time.